Welcome back to Rose Ball. Today we're doing my top 25 NBA players of all time list. I did at some point tell you guys my top, I think 25 current players, maybe, or top 10, something like that. But we did this video on Hoops All In a few weeks ago where I did it, Worlds did it, and we kind of merged it. But you guys didn't really get to hear my list completely straight out, so I'm making it here. Um, this is hard to do, right? Remember, you're not ever going to satisfy everybody. Um, it's a list. It's my opinion for a reason. I do want to know what you guys have to say. And I took into account all eras. All eras are in here. Some players get docked more because of their era. Some play whatever. Okay. Um, I do want to say the players that missed out. I have 5 honorable mentions that I wanted to say that just didn't make my top 25. It's not saying that this is 26 through 30, but these are just some notable players that I would also had in consideration. And there are obviously more, but these were just what was off the top of my head. Moses Malone, James Harden, Allen Iverson, Carmelo Anthony, and Charles Barkley all are not on my top 25. Some of those players may not even be, again, like I said, might not be number 26, 27, something like that. They might be number 40, but those are just some of the names that were being considered. And I thought names that were left out that some people might put in their top 25, some people might have in their top 50, who knows. But before we get into it, remember to subscribe. Um, Thank you for watching. Like and comment what you think about this, and then yeah, just let me know what you think. But let's get on to it. My number 25 player is, let me pull it up so I have a little frame of reference here while I do this. Number 25 is John Havlicek. So John Havlicek is a 13-time All-Star, 11-time All-NBA, 8-time champ, Finals MVP, part of the 75th anniversary team, Hall of Famer. He scored, how many points he scored in his career? He scored over 26,000 points in his career. He's the all-time leading scorer for the Celtics. But the era, kind of hard to do this with some of these guys in those eras. So that is why he is my number 25 player. Number 24 is a guy that I very well think gets disrespected and kind of left out just because there's so many great players at his position. And that is David Robinson. David Robinson, he is one of the best centers of all time, but when your position has Shaquille O'Neal, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain, Hakeem Olajuwon, Bill Russell, it's kind of hard. Guys like him, Patrick Ewing, like they're just players that get left out. Even Jokic, like they're current players. Like it's super hard. But David Robinson is a 10-time All-Star, 2-time champ, a rebounding champ, a scoring champ, a block champ, 10-time All-NBA, a DPOY, an MVP. Just other players have accomplished more than him. But he is one of the best players of all time. Number 23 is Julius Erving. Julius Erving is one of the best small forwards of all time. He's not 2 or 3 or anything like that, but he is very well known as, he did a lot of his damage in the ABA, right? So he was a 4-time MVP. 3 of those were in the ABA. He was a 16-time All-Star, 1-time champ, 2-time ABA champ, 5-time All-ABA. So he doesn't get to really be too much higher than what he is here. But 24 and 8 for our career averages, even 30% from the 3 when he played in a time where 3-pointer just wasn't a thing. He shot 450 in his career. He made 134. One of the best dunkers of all time as well. But that's just where we're gonna leave this off. Next is another very older player. Again, I not top 3 or anything in his position, but he's close. He's probably top 5, top 6. Jerry West, the logo. What do you mean? He's got to be in here. 14-time All-Star, scoring champ, one-time NBA champ, Finals MVP on the losing team. Only player to ever do that. An assist champ, also on the 75th anniversary team. Scoring champ, everything like that. Career averages of 27, 6, and 7, rounding up for him. Passed away recently last year. But he is one of the best players of all time, hence him being the logo, and he is our number 22. Number 21, player that gets so disrespected in NBA history, and I put out clips and on social media and on YouTube talking about it. I really don't care. I don't care what you guys have to say. Number 21 is Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen, 7-time All-Star, a steals champ, All-NBA, 6-time champion, 10-time All-Defense, and part of the 75th anniversary team. Career averages of 16, 6, and 5. Sure, the career numbers are not. He's not averaging 24 for his career. He doesn't have 3 MVPs, but he is one of the best defenders of all time. He is one of the best sidekicks of all time, and everyone needs a sidekick. Unless you are Dirk Nowitzki in 2011, and even then he had a sidekick, but it wasn't as strong as another all-star, all-NBA player. He needed, like, that team was Jordan and Scottie. And then you add, Dennis Rodman for the second 3P. You got guys like Ron Harper, Steve Kerr off the bench. You got these guys, but it is Scottie and Jordan. Like that. I don't even know how people really argue it. Maybe it's a little high, sure, but he's a top 25 player in my opinion. Number 20, excuse me, is another, again, all these guys are some of the best at their position of all time. I'm going to stop saying that because they're top 25 of all time. But another one of my, favorite players, Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade is number 20. 22 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists for his career, 13-time All-Star, 1-time scoring champ, 8 All-NBAs. I think I said 3 champions, 1-time Finals MVP, all defensive 3 times. Probably could have an MVP. The best he ever got, though, was 3rd, but in 2009, he averaged 37.5 and 5 and played 79 games. He was also all NBA first team. He was defensive second team. He was 3rd in defensive player of the year. Another one of, probably one of the best slashers of all time. I think the most dunks as a guard all time as well. But number 20 for me is Dwayne Wade. Next, we get to number 19, and that is going to be our first kind of current NBA player who still has more to prove. But I think you look at what he's done. I mean, you got to go Giannis. Number 19 is Giannis Antetokounmpo, and he has so much more time to grow. Him and another player that you'll see in a little bit. This applies for. I mean, the man is 30 years old. He's 30 years old. He's a 9-time All-Star, 9-time All-NBA, 1-time champ, All-Rookie, Most Improved, DPOI, 2-time MVP, 5-time All-Defensive, All-Star MVP, Finals MVP, in-season tournament MVP, and also made the NBA 75th anniversary team. Career averages of 24, 10, and 5. He's averaged 30 last year, the year before, and then the year before that, he was at 29.9. He's got other years at 29, 28, 27. He is really that guy. He probably could win another MVP. Don't know if he will, though. He could win another ring. again, don't know if he will, but Giannis, he is, when you talk about it, he is already top 5 of his position, and he's 30 years old. Like, and he is very, very close to passing up some other players, which we're literally about to get into because like 3 of the next 6 positions on my list are people that play his position because I think that's how close it is when you talk about it. So next we get into number 18, and like I was talking about another player of the same position, um, Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett. Honestly, you could talk me into Giannis already being past Kevin Garnett, but when you look at he's got 15 All Stars, he's got 12 all defensive. That's kind of why I didn't give it to him, even though KG's a one-time MVP, one-time DPOY. But he's a 4-time rebounding champ. He is an NBA champion as well. He wasn't the Finals MVP, but he is also one of the best defenders of all time. Career averages of 18 and 10. One of the best trash talkers of all time as well. And yeah, just there's so many players to where it's so hard to rank, guys. So please remember, like, I know my list probably you're not gonna agree with it, but I think when I went in deep with this, I think this is about as good as I could have done. Next we've got another player that it's really hard to gauge because, like, on the court, one of the greatest players of all time, and you can't say anything about it. He's top 25, top 30 of all time. We don't mess with the other stuff, but I'm giving it to him. Number 18 is Karl Malone. Doesn't have the ring, of course, but when you look at a 14-time All-Star, 14-time All-NBA, 4-time All-Defensive, 2 MVPs. Like, again, you could probably talk me into Giannis being higher than him as well. Like, I think by the time Giannis's career is done, he will be comfortably number 2 in his position behind Tim Duncan, who we'll get to later. Comfortably. Some people he might literally already be number 2 or number 3. But I think he comfortably will be number 2. That is number 17, excuse me I messed that up, but number 16 is who I would deem as the 3rd best point guard of all time. Who I would deem as the 3rd best point guard of all time. Again, he was kind of, this will give it away, but he was the triple-double king before Westbrook and Jokic, all that, whatever. But 12 All-Stars, 6 assist champion, 1-time NBA champion, 11 All-NBAs, Rookie of the Year, an MVP, 75th anniversary team. Like, Oscar Robertson is one of the greatest players of all time, one of the greatest point guards, career averages of 26, 7, and 9. Again, 26, 7, and 9. And he played 14 years. He averaged 30 points per game in his first 2 seasons in the league. Now, granted, he played in the 60s and 70s. I know. But he averaged almost a 30-point triple-double in his rookie year. He averaged a 31-point triple-double in his second year. Like, he was so close other times. 9.7 assists, and he was 0.3 assists off in his rookie year. He was 0.1 rebound off in his 4th year. He was a total rebound away in his 5th year. He probably could have more than one MVP if we're being serious. But yeah, again, another one of the greatest players of all time. Now we get into the top 15. And this is a player that, again, Giannis might have already passed, but he will be passing him by the time his career is over. Number 15, Dirk Nowitzki. 14-time All-Star, 12-time All-NBA, a Finals MVP, a 1-time champ, 1-time MVP, and part of the 75th anniversary team. That's kind of it, right? Like, you could look at that and be like, Giannis has done more. But I think Dirk is also one of the most respected players of all time. I think the way he did things, the way he got that ring, and the way he was, on the same team forever. Like I think it puts a lot of people above. And again, come if we do this in 2 years, Giannis might be ahead of them again. Like he might be ahead of them now, but again, Dirk is my number 15 player. Um, Next, like it's crazy that I put this guy this high, but when you look at what he's done, you look at what he still could do, you've got to give him props and look like, hey, everyone here, like he's probably done better things than, and that is Nikola Jokic is my number 14 player. He is a seven-time All-Star, seven-time All-NBA. Again, doesn't have the All-Stars and All-NBAs up there. That's probably why he is not pushing top 10, right? Like 14 is to an extent pushing top 10, but the reason he's not number 11, number 12, hell, even number 10 is, the individual stuff outside of the three MVPs and one-time champion. Because he could win more MVPs. He could win more rings. He's gonna get more all-stars, of course. Career averages of 22, 11, and 7. Just had his best year last year. Been in the league for 10 years. But last year, I mean, he averaged 29 and a half, 10 rebounds, 13 rebounds and 10 assists. First time ever averaging a triple double. Again, he's been close a few other times in his career, like being point 0.2 assists off in 2023. But some people think he should have 5 straight MVPs. Like some people think the Embiid year he should have won. Some people think this past year with Shea he still should have won. He could legit have 5 straight MVPs, and I'm not here to argue that, but Nikola Jokic is one of those guys, and he will be higher on the list by the time his career is done, which some people might not like, but hey, that's how it goes. Um, Number 13 is another current player. And it's again another current player that people might not put this high, whatever, but I think this is like a perfect spot for him, and that is Kevin Durant. One of the great, actually not one of, I am saying it right now. Kevin Durant is the greatest scorer of all time. I know people have more all-time points. I know people have more scoring titles, but you talk about go score the ball. I'm picking Kevin Durant over Kobe. I'm picking him over Jordan. I'm picking him over whoever else you want to go. Um, he career averages of 27, 7, and 4, 50% from the field, 39% from three during his career. Like 15-time All-Star, two-time NBA champion, two-time Finals MVP, All-Star MVP twice, 4 scoring champions, 11-time All-NBA, Rookie of the Year, and one-time MVP. Sure, he is now on his 5th different team. Who cares? Who cares? He is the greatest scorer of all time. He is the third greatest small forward of all time. Um, yeah, I mean, he one of those guys for sure. This is probably the hardest player to rank coming up at number 12. And it's because when we talk about how dominant this guy was, and he was dominant for his time. I mean, it's hard to say he could have accomplished more when I'm looking at his basketball reference resume, but like as great as Will Chamberlain was, he's number 12 for me. And like I just can't find it in me to put him in number top 10. I mean, he's a two-time champ. Uh he's a two-time champ, a one-time finals MVP. Granted, yes, his career averages are 30 points and 23 rebounds. But like he played 14 years. I mean, 13-time All-Star, 11-time rebounding champ, 7 scoring champions, even an assist champ, 10-time All-NBA, 4 MVPs, but only 2-time All-Defensive, a bunch of like MBWA, MVP, like a bunch of other league stuff for that is an NBA. But I mean, obviously the 100-point game, if you think he scored 100 points. I mean, he averaged 50 and 26 in an NBA in his 3rd year in the league. He won MVP as a rookie. Um, but again, only 2 rings, 1 Finals MVP. So, like, obviously, as a person, there's not many people who accomplish more, but team-wise, didn't do it too much. And that is why I just, I've got him number 12. Um, Next, we go to another center who, again, kind of gets left out sometimes when you talk about the best centers of all time. Um, but for me, he is number 11, right outside the top 10. Some of the older, like reporters, whatever, analysts, people on ESPN might put this guy top 10, and I wish I could, but I mean, it's Hakeem. Number 11 is Hakeem. I mean, 12-time All-Star, 3-time block champ, 12-time All-NBA, All-Rookie, 2-time Finals MVP, 2 rebounding champions, 2 NBA champions, 9-time All-Defensive, 2-time DPOY, and 1-time MVP. The first foreign-born MVP, the first, person to only really win in the Jordan era, even though Jordan wasn't technically there. Some people also deem Hakeem the greatest defender of all time. Career averages of 22 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 blocks. He's had seasons where he's averaged comfortably over 4 blocks. I think one of the only players to have a quadruple double. Yes, one of the only players to have a quadruple double. And yeah, one of the best defenders of all time. Now we get into the top 10. Who is going to be number 10? Who just barely made it in? Who just barely beat Hakeem for the number 10 spot? It's another current NBA player, I'll tell you that. It is Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry, I mean, there's been a lot going around now. Like, what if Curry wins another ring? Whatever. But as of right now, he is the 10th best player, I think. You could maybe convince me to move him up 1 or 2 spots, but no more than that. 11-time All-Star, a steals champion, 11-time All-NBA, Western Conference Finals MVP, 2-time scoring champ, 4-time NBA champ, but 1-time Finals MVP, obviously, 2-time MVP, 1 being unanimous, greatest shooter of all time, most three-pointers of all time, career averages of 24, 4, and 6, 42% from 3 over his career is, again, it's insane. I mean, he has never, except for the year he got hurt in 2020, 2022, and then last year. He's never shot below 40%. His first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years in the NBA, he shot over 40% from 3. And a lot of those years, he was taking the most per game. And then, I mean, in 2020, 24%, but he played 5 games, whatever. But in 2022, he played 64 games. That was the year they won the ring. He shot 38%. And then last year, he shot 39.7%. So almost every year, he has shot 40% from 3. And that is just, it's insane when you look at it. Number 9. Not number 19. Number 9 is who people deem as, I mean, maybe across any sport, but the greatest winner of all time. Again, era kind of docks him a little bit, but like Bill Russell is a very important figure in NBA history. He is retired league wide. 12-time All-Star, 11-time NBA champ in 13 years. Everyone knows it. He was in the Hall of Fame as a player and a coach. 5-time MVP, 4-time rebounding champ. I mean, MVPs in other like leagues, MBWA, USBWA, all defensive. Again, I think when Wilt and Bill Russell were playing, all defensive wasn't really a thing. Hell, they don't even have blocks. They don't have steals. Like, they don't have any of that stuff for um, like their records. So we like who knows, right? Again, one of the greatest rebounders of all time. Career averages of 15 and 22. 44% from the field as a center, but whatever. Um, Next we have got probably no debate the one of the greatest shooters of all time for his era before, the current era, but second greatest small forward of all time, Larry Bird. Larry Bird, man, 12-time All-Star, 10-time All-NBA, Rookie of the Year, All-Star MVP, 3-time MVP, 3-time champ, 2 times Finals MVP, All Defensive 3 times, career averages of 24, 10, and 6, and 37% from 3. He is also, where do I go to? Hold on, for some of these other guys, I want to bring up their college too, because I believe Larry Bird is in a, oh no, maybe he didn't. Oh no, I think actually Magic Johnson beat him in the NCAA game. But in college, he averaged 30 and 13 for his 94 college games. But I mean, college, a great college resume. Um, what else? All right, next. No, what's next? Number 7 is next. Like my number 5 through 7 like really could be completely like interchangeable, and I wouldn't be too upset if someone says that as well. But for me, number 7 has got to be Shaquille O'Neal. Most dominant NBA player ever. Career averages of 24 and 11. 15-time All-Star, 4-time champ, 3-time All-Defensive, 3 Finals MVPs, 1-time MVP, 2-time scoring champ, 14-time All-NBA, Rookie of the Year, NBA 75th anniversary team. But I mean, that like when you talk about primes and dominance, like there's not many players better. There's not many players better. And talking about it, one of the hardest decisions I had to make when making this list is between Shaq and my number 6 guy. And I ultimately went with this guy over Shaq because of longevity, and he just had a little bit of a peak in certain things, even though he wasn't as maybe dominant as an individual player. Tim Duncan, I mean, career averages of 19 and 11, so not the numbers that Shaq had, but 15-time All-Star, 15-time All-NBA, 15-time All-Defense, 5-time NBA champ, 2-time MVP, 3-time Finals MVP, part of the 75th anniversary team, of course. But you look at longevity, Tim Duncan's got him beat. Even though, again, the prime, the dominance, Shaq's got Tim Duncan beat by far. Like Shaq's dominance and prime better than Tim Duncan's prime. When you talk about careers as a whole, Tim Duncan's got it for me. And that is why he is who I picked at number 6. Next, entering the top 5. And you probably know who's in my top 5 just based off of who's missing. Just based off who's missing, but it's what order I'll have them. Number 5 is, number 5 is Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson's number 5. He's an NCAA champ, so yes, first round overall pick, but I mean, Hall of Famer when you talk about 12-time All-Star, 4-time assist champ, 5-time NBA champ, 2-time steals champ, 3 Finals MVP, 10-time All-NBA, 3 MVPs, career averages of 19, 7, and 11. Some people really like that rookie Finals MVP where he played center while Kareem was hurt. Like some people, that is like one of the greatest Finals performances ever. I think Like I think he had like 40 or so, a 40-point triple double. As a rookie. Like, what is that game? He had 42, 15, and 7 in game 6 of the 1980 NBA Finals while Kareem was injured. He played center, won Finals MVP as a rookie. Almost never happens, probably will not ever happen again, but this is where we get into number 4. Um Number 4, I mean, this is where you talk like we already were talking about, Mount Rushmore, like greatest of the greatest, but this is where you really get into the Mount Rushmore. Um, Kobe Bryant's my number 4. Rest in peace. Again, I've talked so many times on this channel about I feel like in 2015, 2016, people had it the list as, and obviously people know who my top 2 are. Like the list was Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. I think LeBron, in a lot of people's eyes, passed up Kobe. And I feel like Kobe just like kept falling, kept falling, kept falling. He passed away. And now I just see him like Bleacher Report had him at what was that, 13 or 11 or something. People put him outside the top. Like, I understand if you don't want to put him third, fourth, hell, even fifth, but like outside of like the top 7 or 8, like it's kind of like wow. Outside of the top 10 is insane to me. You cannot tell me that Kevin Durant has a better career than Kobe Bryant. I know Kobe is only a 2-time Finals MVP, but we've said that about a few different people: Shaq, Tim Duncan, Magic, Larry Bird. Like they didn't win Finals MVP every year they won. But anyways, Kobe Bryant career averages 25, 5, and 5, 18-time All-Star, 5-time NBA champ, 2-time Finals MVP, um, 2-time scoring champ, 15-time All NBA, 12 All Defensive, 1-time MVP, which he probably should have at least 2, and then hey, a 2018 Oscar as well. How many people? That's not on. How many people have that on their basketball reference? I'm great. That has nothing to do with basketball, but like, um, his uncle's name played in the NBA is Chubby Cox. That's interesting. But I mean, Kobe Bryant, I mean, obviously the second greatest shooting guard of all time. Closest thing we have to Jordan. Again, when you say the closest thing to Jordan, it does not mean Jordan, Kobe right here. Like Kobe, there's still a gap, but he is the closest thing to Jordan. And I don't understand why the closest thing to Jordan has 12 players better than him all time, but that's again just me. It's my opinion, whatever. You let me know if I'm tripping, if I'm crazy, which I might be, but number 3, we got, I mean, truly has a case for the greatest basketball resume as a whole ever. And that is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, when you look at his college stuff, when you look at his college stuff, he's a 3-time NCAA champion. He played only 3 years in college. Naismith Award, like I mean, his college basketball is insane. And I mean, when you talk about NBA, there's not even many NBA resumes that are better. Sorry. All right. When you talk about 19-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champ, 4-time block champ, a rebound champ, 6-time NBA champ, 15-time All-NBA, All-Rookie, 11-time All-Defense, Rookie of the Year, 2-time Finals MVP, 6-time MVP, and 75th anniversary team. Only played for 2 teams. Like he was one of the guys. Career averages of 24-11, one of the most unguardable signature moves in NBA history. Just dominance. There's not much better you can say. Not much better that you can say. And now we get to number 2. Who do I have number 2? Who do I have number 1? If you know me, if you watch this channel, you know what my answer is. I've given my reasoning. I've given everything. I will give my short reasoning again, but number 2 all time, which means that the number 1 greatest player of all time, in my opinion, number 2 is LeBron James. LeBron James is number 2. LeBron James is or let me start off this way. Michael Jordan is the greatest NBA player of all time. Resume, things accomplished, like, right? LeBron James is number 2, even in that, right? And I can understand if you want to say LeBron's career maybe might be better, but whatever. Greatness, you talk about Michael Jordan. The best when you talk about the best, maybe the most perfect, the best basketball player ever, I'm taking LeBron. LeBron is number 1. Talk about I think the most perfect, as close to we've seen as a perfect NBA player, able to do literally anything you need. Three-point shooting, playmaking, rebounding, defense, like whatever you need. LeBron is the best at basketball player, but Jordan is the greatest. And that is how I'm leaving it. So LeBron is a 21-time All-Star. He is a one-time scoring champ, one-time assist champ, four-time NBA champ, 21-time All-NBA, all rookie of the year, three-time All-Star MVP, four-time MVP, six-time All-Defensive, four-time Finals MVP, in-season tournament MVP, and NBA 75th anniversary team. Career averages of 27, 7, and 7, 35% from three, 50% from the field. I mean, he's going into his 23rd year where it's like longevity can't be matched. Nothing can't be like there's things that like people just won't be able to do. I mean, obviously all-time leading scorer by a landslide. And he's only adding to it, but now we get into the greatest NBA player of all time, and I'm not gonna milk it. You know who it is. We just talked about him. Michael Jordan is number 1. 14-time All-Star, 3-time Steal Champ, 11-time All-NBA, Rookie of the Year, All-Star MVP 3 times, 5-time MVP, 10-time scoring champ, 6 NBA champ, All-Rookie, 9-time All-Defensive, Defensive Player of the Year, 6-time Finals MVP. I mean, career averages of 36 and 5. I mean, it just doesn't get better, right? Like it's crazy. Hell, let's go to college. One-time NCAA champion as well, all tourney, all region, AP Player of the Year, like John Wooden Award, everything. Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time, and that is my list. That's my top 25 NBA players of all time list. Again, if you want me to go through it, again, I'll probably put timestamps or something so I could talk about, you could go back, see who number 18 was, whatever. But that is my 25 greatest players of all time. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe. Also like and comment what you think about my list below. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching.